3 weeks ago today, Tesla revealed the CYBRTRK, a brave new take on the conventional pickup that fired warning shots across the bows of traditional internal combustion engine pickup truck manufacturers, sent the auto industry into a tizzy, and caused countless online arguments over its design. I know from reading the comments section on this channel that some of you love CYBRTRK. Some of you are among the 250,000 people who've put down $100 or equivalent to hold a place in the queue to buy one. And some of you, like me, love the engineering but question the very striking design and how that's going to translate into a production vehicle, given current regulations on crash protection, lighting and other safety standards. Although, I've got to say that frigging laser beams as windscreen wipers is pretty awesome. Yeah, I guess CYBRTRK is growing on me. Some of you hate it. Some of you wonder why it's the way it is. And that's all okay too, because those opinions are valid and we'd all be a bit boring if you were the same way, right? Although CYBRTRK is less offensive to my eyes than it once was, something I think that's true for many people over the past few weeks, I found myself coming back to two things that won't get out of my mind. The need for a smaller pickup that fits closer to the Model 3 in terms of size and capabilities. If only there was such a vehicle. Of course, if you've been on the YouTubes, you'll know that there is, in the form of the Truckla, the creation of Simone Giertz, queen of shitty robots, amazing maker, fighter of cancer, and frankly, an inspiration to all of us. Fed up with the lack of pickup that suited her needs, she actually made a Tesla pickup from a Tesla Model 3. The result is Truckla, a vehicle that's both functional and stylish and harkens back to the days of smaller pickups that did what you needed them to do without going over the top on size. And while the Truckla is a one-off creation, I can't help but think it's about time Tesla took a hint from the history books and offered customers a new pickup alongside CYBRTRK that was meant for more modest budgets and modest needs. I'm going to be super clear here. After seeing the reaction to CYBRTRK over the past 3 weeks, I can see that there's a market for it. And I'm glad to say that I think Tesla will sell a butt ton. It's a revolutionary vehicle in terms of design, after all, but it's also massive. And in markets where smaller vehicles are favoured, and in busy cities and towns where a full-on F-150-sized armoured truck may be a tad overkill, I think a smaller pickup based off a Model 3 or Y would sell in the hundreds of thousands. You see, right now, most commercial electric vehicles are boring. They're not particularly good range-wise, they're not super inspiring, and of course, there aren't any mass-market electric pickups available that are good for carrying things in the bag. And as history will note, smaller pickups, while they may not be the flavour of the month in America, have sold really rather well in other markets around the world. May I bring your attention at this point to my favourite car, the wonderful Morris Minor. It was available as a van and a pickup despite being primarily available as a sedan and later an estate or wagon. It was a very capable car in its pickup form and it was found over all of Europe in the 60s, carrying out all kinds of duties. The Morris Minor's sibling, the Mini Minor, also had a pickup that ended up selling in some markets, offering work capabilities without a massive footprint. And of course, who could forget the Golf-inspired Volkswagen Caddy pickup, which offered Golf-like reliability in a work truck. All of these vehicles were far more fuel efficient than a larger pickup of their time, and all of them found a place in the market, be it for small businesses, people who had outdoor hobbies that needed to carry sports equipment with them, or just folks who wanted something practical and different. In the US, these smaller vehicles never really took off in huge amounts, partly because of the chicken tax, something that actually slapped massive tariffs on foreign-made pickup trucks. And as cars have grown, so too have pickups. Today's pickups are massive compared to what once was considered normal for a pickup. I mean, just look at the size of the Ford Ranger of the 1990s and then the size of a brand new Ford Ranger today. There's a massive difference. In Europe, smaller pickups are more common, and yet right now, nobody has really successfully made an electric pickup to fill that gap. I'm pretty sure that in the US, especially in coastal markets, a more modest pickup from Tesla would sell, especially if it was car-based. Why? Well, that's simple. Car-derived pickups may not be so good off-road, but they're a lot more familiar to drive. They don't require huge amounts of space to park, and they're often a lot more fuel efficient too. And while I am sure CYBRTRK will get somewhere near the 0.3 coefficient of drag, something that I don't think I've ever seen a pickup get, The overall size of Cybertruck is frankly overkill for many use case scenarios, which makes it quite heavy on energy, just like any other large pickup would be. So how would Tesla make a smaller pickup? Well, the front of a Model 3 or a Model Y inspired pickup, I'm going to suggest Model Y as it would probably have a little extra ground clearance, wouldn't actually need any modifications. From the B-pillar back, it would just be super easy to add in a cab rear and pickup bed. And then you'd add in air suspension to help loading, as the big brother Cybertruck does, and I think people would want to buy it. Add in a little longer bed compared to a Model 3, or maybe a fancy tailgate to make it easier to carry longer things like wood or surfboards, and I think you'd be in for a winning design. In a world where consumerism and bigger is better mentality has led to massive pickups that aren't really used for a whole lot by a large number of their owners, I think it's about time to see more modest pickups make a return. And for that, I think Simone Giertz was onto something, and I think Tesla should lead. Yes, Tesla should build Cybertruck, 30X series cold rolled steel and bulletproof glass and all. But let's see something built between that and its fantastic breakaway success that's Model 3. Go on, Elon. Make it so. That's it. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to help us make more videos like this, please do like, comment and subscribe. Send us a couple of dollars our way every month through Patreon, feed our coffee habit with Ko-fi, or buy some swag from our swag store. I'll be back soon with more content for you all to enjoy, but until then, keep evolving.